Soyer represents the power of stubbornness, of saying no. Right? He says a soyer is a stubborn animal. We don't have much experience with goats. Years ago in Tzfat, I had the experience of seeing a gentleman try to get a goat into the back seat of a four-door car. And then I saw that the goat was a very difficult customer to deal with. Right? So goats have this power of being able to say no. Rav Hirsch says, look in the pasuk. It says, after the first sa'ir is shechted. So it says the second sa'ir, the sa'ir la'azazel, Yo'amad chai lifnei Hashem. He stands alive before Hashem. So in order to understand what Rav Hirsch says, we have to try to get into the head of a goat for a second. Let's imagine that I'm a goat in days of yore in the Holy Land in Israel. I was brought up on a moshav someplace. My owner brought me to Yerushalayim, a very exciting trip before Yom Kippur. I'm in the market. A very impressive looking man comes by a coin and he buys me. And he leads me off on a leash. And he comes to another stall in Yerushalayim where there's another goat, and he buys another goat. And we meet each other, hello, hello. And fascinatingly, we look similar. Right? Same height, same coloring. And we go with our new owner. We take a walk into the Beis HaMikdash. There's great fanfare. Many, many people are watching us, looking at us. And suddenly a gentleman comes out, and he has a fancy box. And he puts something on my head, on my horns. And he puts something on the head of my friend. So I say to him, I say, what's mine say? He says, yours says La Azazel. What's mine say? Yours says La Hashem. Okay, wonder what it means. Suddenly, a coin comes out again, and he takes my friend who has this sign that says La Hashem, and he grabs him in the appropriate way and takes out a very sharp knife, and shechts him, gathers the blood, and takes what's left of him into the Beis HaMikdash. I stand there in shock. And the one thought that goes through my head is, I don't know what that La Hashem means and what this La Azazel means, but I'm so glad I didn't get that. Right? Here's for Azazel. Because I'm alive and he's dead. Ya'amad chai. I'm standing alive. Look what happened to him. Right? And he gets to enjoy his life a bit more. Another coin comes and takes him for a walk into the desert, which is enjoyable for goats. They go up a mountain. Mountain goats like mountains. They go up there, he and his friend the coin, enjoying the view. And suddenly there's a push and end of goat. What is this teaching us, says Rav Hirsch? This represents the power we have to say no. All of us are the Shnei Seirim. All of us are Yaakov and Esav. All of us are twins. All of us have that person who looks like us, but uses his power to say no to all that's real, and all that's true, and all that's beautiful. For what? For another mouthful of grass. To end up where? Eretz Gezerah, Midbar, a desert, a place of desolateness. The goat La Hashem, on a certain sense, has less physical life in this world. He misses out on that extra mouthful of grass. But he becomes a korban that goes into the Beis HaMikdash. He affects the world and he affects history forever. The